to talk about whiplash injuries today, and this is kind of on the forefront of my mind because if you guys remember, back in February on the 24th, there was that major 131 car pileup on Highway 41. And when I saw that accident, the first thing I thought of was whiplash, because it doesn't take much to get a whiplash. Now, you might be thinking, in order to get a whiplash, you have to be in a pretty severe car accident or be on a trampoline or do something that's pretty hardcore in order to get your neck to whip forward and back in order to create that trauma. But there was an interesting study that came out showing that whiplash injuries can occur in car accidents where they were traveling as slow as 4 to 10 miles per hour, which is incredibly slower than at least what I was thinking. And so it's not hard to assume that when you fall or when you smack your head, these type of injuries can occur. Though they may not be as majorly severe as going 50 miles an hour on the highway, they are there and none the same. So some symptoms that can come about from a whiplash injury are dizziness, pain and stiffness in the neck and shoulders, upper and lower back pain, jaw pain, severe headaches, difficulty sleeping, numbness or weakness in the arms or legs, ringing in the ears, concentration, memory problems, blurred vision, and irritability. And we do notice that a lot of these are neurologically based, because when you understand the mechanics of a whiplash injury, you understand that not only is the ligaments and soft tissues of the spine being stretched, but the nerves and the vessels too as well in the neck are being stretched and damaged in the process, and that takes some time to heal. So if someone came into our office with a whiplash type injury, what would we do? And this is very important because we look through different protocols for how we treat the neck, and with whiplash it's very specific. There was a study that was released showing that majority of whiplash injuries actually have segmental dysfunctions or joint dysfunctions in the mid to upper back and not the neck. And so if we're thinking neck pain, we got to treat the neck, we're going to be mistaken. A majority of the time, at least. And this is a very interesting concept because we as people think that where the pain is, that is where the dysfunction or the problem must be. And so if I have left shoulder pain or elbow pain, I naturally assume that something must be wrong with my shoulder or elbow. But as a healthcare provider, we also understand that heart attacks can refer pain to your left arm. And so someone suffering from a heart attack and someone suffering from shoulder pain are completely two different things that have very similar type symptoms. So being able to differentiate the two is very important. So if someone comes into our office that's experiencing whiplash type symptoms, the first thing we do is we collect a thorough health history. We sit down with them on a one-on-one basis and we talk about what caused their injury or where they first started experiencing the symptoms. Once we got a pretty good idea of what's going on, we run through a two-part examination. The first part is to determine the extent of the injury. If we find that the extent of the injury is much more severe than we had initially thought, then we might refer the patient to a specialist that would help them in that particular injury. If we find that we can work with this patient, then we'll move on to the second part of our examination process. And that is where we thoroughly examine the segments in the spine to determine vertebral subluxation. Now, vertebral subluxation is when a joint is dysfunctioning in the vertebral column. And if this joint is dysfunctioning, it can radiate pain or cause pain or contribute to the pain of a whiplash type injury. Once we have found these areas, and if we find these areas, we will adjust them and start the body on the process towards healing. Now, if that's all we did, I would feel like a failure as a physician because we have not educated our patient on how to live a healthier lifestyle. Getting past one injury is an honorable goal and is definitely our primary focus at the time of the injury. But our concern here is much more focused on your lifestyle and on how you can live not only a pain-free moment or get pain-free past an injury, but also living a pain-free life. And though maybe living a pain-free life is an unrealistic goal, we can still work towards reducing the toxins and reducing the things that affect us in a negative way in our life. And that is what our goal is here at McGinnis Chiropractic. We're looking to give a healthier lifestyle, to reduce pain whenever possible, and to increase function whenever possible. And there's many, many different ways we can do this. And there's many, many different simple ways that patients are unaware of that they can do on a daily basis that can help them. And this is the strategies that we want to get to our patients. So if you'd like to meet us in person, we do have a special event about every month called Dinner with the Doc, where we sit down and we talk with our patients and we give a health lecture to help educate people that are our patients, people that have been our patients in the past, people that have never been our patients, and maybe never will. It doesn't matter. What we want to do is educate people on how they can live a healthier lifestyle, because that's our goal and our mission at McGinnis Chiropractic, is to get people healthier and to keep them healthier. So this dinner, I think this is coming up April 23rd. It's going to be at Benvenuto's in Oshkosh. You have to register ahead of time. We have sold out in the past, so I do recommend that you get registered sooner than later. We have the registered information on our website as well as our Facebook page, so keep an eye out for that. You can call us and register. Any way you can get a hold of us, basically, you can register. So I highly recommend that. That's a great opportunity. The meal is free. It's Benvenuto's. They have awesome food. I really enjoy every time I go there. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. You guys have an awesome day.